Hi there. Like I said already, we're holding our property and finance seminar next month in Glasgow, 13th of March at Alia Casino. Now, following on for our last video, Pav nicely explained why a first-time investor, or if you want to get started in a property business, how you go about it and why you should be coming to our event next month. So moving on from that, let's say that you are already in the property business, whether you've got one buy-to-let or 5 buy-to-lets, or you're already a builder. We've got from clients who've got hundreds of properties, and we've got clients who are serial property developers. And I'm not just talking about building 1 or 2 flats, we're talking about building multi-storey flats, not only in Scotland but in England. One of the things that we do, we don't only have clients in Glasgow or Edinburgh or in Scotland in general, we've got clients all over the UK. In fact, the majority of our clients are actually based around the London area, and we frequently go to London. So, based on the knowledge that we've got of dealing with these sort of guys down south in London, Manchester, etc., Pav, if I was a sophisticated investor, and now you don't need to have that many properties to think that you know what you're doing, but because one of the key things I've noticed that as soon as somebody gets 3 or 4 buy-to-lets, they think they know it all. And trust me, that's not always the case depending on your situation. But we're dealing with guys, we've got guys who've got hundreds of properties just in London alone, actual multi-millionaire property guys. Some of them got there by hard work, some of them got there by accident, some of them inherited them, you name it, we're dealing with them all. So Pav, if I was a sophisticated investor, let's just assume for a second I know what I'm doing, and trust me, no one else can tell me any better. Why would I go to this event then?
Thanks, Khalil. The first thing to answer what Khalil just said, a lot of my clients who have 3 or 4 properties, they know what they're doing, they are right. Khalil is wrong here, so they know what they're doing, but the problem is
they think they know what they're doing.
There are so many changes. We all know what happened in the last, since 2012, I remember I was in a bank and the mortgage distribution review came in to the residential market, and then the PRA and the Section 24. There's so many things, so it's not quite like they don't know what they're doing. It's just like so many changes keep coming up, and we all know how's that going. Now, to answer the question in this video, why you should come to this event if you're a sophisticated investor is first of all is money. It's just to most importantly, we love our sophisticated investor. It's by all means, it makes our life easier to work with the same client again and again, and we take great pride in working with the same client again and again and again. Khalil said 70% of our business we're doing at the office, the cases we're doing is in England and then Scotland, and we are getting stuff in Scotland as well, but we're getting more English clients than Scottish clients. And also, now most importantly, most of our sophisticated, our experienced clients, they already have a great working relationship with the banks. But because of all these new changes coming in, every week you see a new lender who's providing bridging facilities or development facilities. Now, there is not enough time in the day when you are out there trying to complete a project or speaking with the builders, your architects, or finding a deal, doing your deal check services. By having us on board, first of all, you get us for free. So we don't charge an extortionate rate. If you know someone is a sophisticated investor, there's a lot of business out there, they get the access to our full team. And when I say full team, as we have done projects in England where a property came in the market, and before it goes to auction, we were managed to actually complete the sale by using our company called Mashoots, which is a buyer's estate agent. So you get a lot of professional service agent on board with you. If they require a proof of funding letter, we go. So you don't need to do that. You don't need to go speak to your one bank. We will go find out the best deal out there and make sure you are always ahead of the game, ahead of the competition. And that's more or less.
I'll tell you one of the key things that I've noticed, especially with our property, what we call our seasoned property developers or sophisticated investors, you only need to 4 or 5 properties and you're regarded as a portfolio landlord, is what they call you. The key thing I see is only so far you can go with that business on your own. It's a bit like opening your first business. Eventually you're going to have to employ an accountant because you won't be able to keep up with the paperwork yourself. Eventually you're going to have to speak to a solicitor because you won't be able to keep up with the legislation. Eventually you're going to have to employ some staff because you can't keep up with the admin work. It comes a point where you cannot do it yourself, and to be honest, you don't have the knowledge to do it yourself because you have to bring in other expertise, and that's basically what we are. We bring in the expertise that perhaps you might have. However, what I've seen in the past is that once somebody does 3 or 4 transactions, they keep using the same business model over and over again. You can only do that so many times, and then it comes to a point where, look, I need to think of a plan B here. That's because true. Plan A is not working every time.
Yeah.
And a key thing that we've noticed before, we've got guys that come and do 5, 6 properties, and all of a sudden they get their 7th or 8th one declined, and then they don't understand why. It's because the same model doesn't work every time. Exactly. And that's why we come in and we show you, look, we've got hundreds of different models that you can use.
Back again, yeah, because of the PRA, there's a lot of work out there. When you have more than 4 properties, lenders are not interested in one project. They want to look into the overall portfolio, and there's a lot of work, a lot of paperwork. Now we do it every day. We got the, we got a lot of now associates, new associates coming in every day, getting trained. So you just get access to the best team out there.
I'll give you one golden nugget to finish. I always like to give you a golden nugget. The golden nugget is this: the people who are getting mentored right now, we are mentoring them, right? So cut out the middleman and come and speak to me direct. Come and speak to me and Pav,